Welcome to Can Do Russian by RussianPod101.com.
Привет всем! Я Катя Коваленко. Hi everyone, I'm Katya Kovalenko. In this lesson, you will learn how to ask about someone's well-being.
Expand your vocabulary with our core 2,000 words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Russian ebook before it's gone.
This is Mark Lee, and he's in the office break room. He greets Edward Estes, a colleague, and asks, "How are you?"
Как дела?
Listen to the conversation and focus on the question. Ready?
Как дела?
Хорошо.
Once more with the English translation.
Как дела?
How are you?
Хорошо.
I'm well.
Let's take a closer look at the conversation.
Do you remember how Mark asks, "How are you?"
Как дела?
First is
Как?
how.
Как? Как?
Next is
Дела.
meaning things, as in the general state of affairs.
Дела. Дела.
Together it's
Как дела?
literally how things, but it translates as how are you
Как дела? Как дела?
is the shortened form of the following,
Как у тебя дела?
or
Как твои дела?
both literally mean something like how your things, but translates as how are things. Note the rising intonation to mark that it's a question.
Как дела?
Let's take a closer look at the response.
Do you remember how Edward says, "I'm well"?
Хорошо.
I'm well.
Хорошо.
Note,
Хорошо.
may translate as well, fine, good, but we'll use I'm well for this lesson.
Хорошо. Хорошо.
Note
Хорошо.
is the shortened form of
У меня все хорошо.
literally something like I have everything good, but translating as I'm well. However, in Russian,
У меня все
is usually omitted.
Хорошо.
Note the question
как дела?
is for informal situations. For formal situations, use
Как поживаете? Как поживаете?
literally means how are you living, but it translates as how are you in formal situations.
Поживаете?
Is from the verb
Поживать.
to live.
Поживать.
Remember this variation. You'll see it again later.
When asking about someone's well-being in Russian, don't be surprised if you get a life story instead of a short response, such as "I'm fine" or "I'm okay." A Russian person may tell you about his or her life in detail, especially if you're friends or have known each other for a long time.
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
Как дела?
Хорошо.
Как дела?
Хорошо. Как дела?
Неплохо,
Как дела?
неплохо.
Как поживаете?
Прекрасно.
Как поживаете?
Прекрасно.
Как дела?
Отлично,
Как дела?
отлично.
Как дела?
Хорошо. А у тебя?
Как дела?
Хорошо. А у тебя? Did you notice how I added the phrase «А у тебя»?
Wondering how you can master these conversations even faster? Here's how. 1. Read along. You get the lesson conversation and translations inside our dialogue tool, so that you see each word as you hear it and understand it all. 2. Practice speaking. By shadowing what you hear, you can also record and compare yourself with native speakers with our voice recording tools. And 3. Take our assessment tests and see how much you remember. These tools are part of our Can-Do course. Just click the link in the description to get them.
Хорошо. А у тебя?
I'm well, and you? First is
Хорошо.
well.
Хорошо.
Next is
А у тебя?
and you.
А у тебя?
First is
А.
and.
А. А.
Next is
У тебя.
with you.
У тебя. У тебя.
Together it's
А у тебя?
literally something like and about you, but translates as and you.
А у тебя?
You can use this phrase to reciprocate the question when someone asks you about your well-being. For example, if someone says,
Как дела?
you can respond with,
Хорошо. А у тебя?
I'm well, and you? First, respond to the question, then inquire about the other person's well-being with,
А у тебя?
and you? Note, as
Тебя.
you is informal, this expression is appropriate for informal situations. Remember this pattern.
Хорошо. А у тебя?
You'll see it again later. For formal situations, you can use,
А у вас?
as a rule of thumb, remember when you're asked,
Как дела?
reply with your well-being, and
А у тебя?
when you're asked,
Как поживаете?
respond with your well-being and,
А вы?
for example,
Хорошо. А вы?
I'm well, and you? Let's review the new words.
Неплохо.
Not bad or pretty good.
Неплохо. Неплохо. Прекрасно.
Fine.
Прекрасно. Прекрасно. Отлично.
Perfect.
Отлично. Отлично. Хорошо.
Well or good.
Хорошо. Хорошо. Let's review. Respond to the prompts by speaking aloud. Then repeat after me, focusing on pronunciation. Ready? Do you remember how to say how? Как? Как? Do you remember how Mark asks, how are you?
Как дела?
Как дела? Do you remember the formal way to say, how are you? Как поживаете? Как поживаете? Do you remember how Esty says, I'm well?
Хорошо.
Хорошо. Do you remember how to say, and you? А у тебя? А у тебя? And how to say pretty good? Неплохо. Неплохо.
Let's practice. Imagine you're Edward, Mark's colleague. Ask how Mark is doing using informal Russian. Ready?
Как дела?
Неплохо.
Listen again and repeat.
Как дела? Как дела?
Let's try another. Imagine you're Karen's teacher, Karolina Kalashnikova, and you're starting class. Ask about Karen's well-being using formal Russian. Ready?
Как поживаете?
Хорошо. А вы?
Listen again and repeat.
Как поживаете? Как поживаете?
Let's try one more. Imagine you're Sasha Lee, and you meet your friend at school. Respond by saying, I'm well, and you? Ready?
Как дела?
Хорошо. А у тебя?
Listen again and repeat.
Хорошо. А у тебя? Хорошо. А у тебя?
This is the end of this lesson.
Now, here's what you can do to cement this conversation in your head. Review the conversation with our dialogue tool and lesson transcripts. Study the key words and phrases with our spaced repetition flashcards. Review the key grammar and cultural tips inside the lesson notes. And test yourself with our assessment tests. So click the link in the description right now and sign up for your free lifetime account to access our Can-Do course.
Now you know how to ask about someone's well-being. That's all there is to it. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson.